So I'm a sort of person that's very outspoken. I tell it like it is. And I'm going to be completely uncensored in this vid. And I'm going to tell it like it is. Whether you people don't fucking like it, I don't give a fuck. Try being so educated in life where you're you've got all the qualifications to do something. And oh, and your qualifications don't do shit for you at the end of the day. Try putting yourself working in a business, in an industry where you're good. You should be running places, you should be manager, and you don't get that opportunity. Try being very nice to people and getting treated like shit. Now, you've seen in the previous vids the people that I've dated over the years. Well, last year especially. And you've seen the sort of shit that I've had gone through. I didn't fucking need that drama and bullshit. I didn't need to be cheated on. I didn't need to see kids get hit, abused, fed drugs. I've seen a lot of fucked up shit. And these people, these single mothers that I've dated, are absolutely despicable to a point where they should be locked up and they should be well and truly away from kids for the rest of their lives. You don't just feed drugs to a kid or let them smoke if they're under the age. You're feeding them cigarettes, you're feeding them drugs. How are they supposed to learn better when their own parents are doing that to them? Or beating them up? Or living in a house that's is unlivable when you smell dog shit, when you fucking see flies all around the house, holes in walls. That's no environment for a kid to grow up. And when you're smoking marijuana in their fucking presence. That's wrong. And there's people like that I date and I think, what the fuck? So people, come to me sometimes and go, that don't even know me, randoms on Facebook, can I borrow some money? Can I borrow some money? It's like, no, you fucking can't. Get a fucking real job. You know what I mean? And the fact that these motherfuckers have boyfriends too. Neither of them work. Neither of them drive. And they're asking me. Look, I have to work fucking 3 jobs to get to where I am right now. Alright? And it's hard every day. Yes, I've got a debt bigger than most people. And that's the perks of owning a house when you have to pay a mortgage. It's not a big one, but it's still someone that, struggles. You don't think in life, I would love to have an amazing partner and just settle down, have kids, get married? It ain't gonna fucking happen. It ain't gonna happen. I'm not even gonna have a decent relationship here because there's no one good enough to date here. And you think for 1 second that I'm going to stand by fake friends on Facebook? I have ditzy people on my Facebook that are so fucking stupid that it's just so pathetic that they think they're better than me. I've had little skinny blondes go, I'm better than you, you're not good enough for me, rah rah. I had one jealous person that was so fucking jealous because I posted something nice about a friend, and the moment I did that, the conversation between me and that other person changed. They started to go, oh, you talk to all females like this, you talk to... It's like, no, I fucking don't, you stupid bitch. The moment that I stopped showing you attention and gave some attention to someone that actually needed it, you fucking get all jealous. Because the conversations between me and the other person were great until I posted something about a friend on Facebook. And they say, oh, but I wasn't jealous. Yeah, but you've totally gone off the rail since. It's not my fault that, decent guys don't want you. It's not my fault that, one day in the next few years you'll probably get knocked up. And that guy won't stay with you. Because at the end of the day, it's not about fucking looks. Alright? Anybody can look good. The more someone is attractive, the more they're cocky about themselves. See, I remember one of my exes that from last year is so vile and toxic. She literally doubled in size. She thinks she's so cool because she's on a social media app that, if people knew who she really was, she wouldn't be very, very liked at all. The fact that they believe her compulsive lies, and, you know, the fact that it's one thing to make up bullshit stories about all your exes that you've dated, but to treat your current partner the way you do in front of everyone on cam, when you degrade your own partner, chat up other males behind his back when you don't even sleep in the same room. So while he's in, you know, his room sleeping, you're there flirting with other guys and telling other guys that you're single. Neither of yous fucking work. Neither of yous want to drive. And to think that you're so proud that apparently that you've been in jail last year and you might be going back this year. Why is that something to be proud of? And then when you use a bullshit excuse, oh, I did this to my ex, or I was like, you didn't do fuck all to your exes. You're very good at making up lies and putting them in jail. So when I was in a relationship with this person, one was in jail because of her and the other one was on home detention because of her. And she was flirting with both of them behind my back. And the day when I walked away and dumped her, I was the bad guy. How? When literally, after court appearance, you literally went into the police officer's thing and tried to drop your restraining order on your ex because you wanted to be with him. You're already planning life after me, so I was like, oh, I'll just speed it up and I'll dump your fucking ass, and I did. And then I thought, you know, that was all good, because that day when it happened, actually someone from another state decided to be my girlfriend, and then, yeah, ended up getting cheated on her too. She cheated on me. And that relationship also ended bad for her. It's kind of weird that every time someone cheats on me, their relationship goes shit afterwards. It's like one from recently where, you know, the nutcase, the one that went schizo, that one ended up being with some guy, broke up with him, or he probably broke up with her, because, you know, you can't be with someone that has flies in the house, dog shit in the house, rubbish in the house, and smashing things. And then she got into a relationship, and 3 days later was out of a relationship, because no man is going to put up with a woman like that is filthy and nasty, and oh my god, fucking stinks. Like, you literally can't go into this person's room without feeling sick. And the way they treat their kids is fucking disgusting too. Listen to me, I'm happy being single. I'm not seeking relationships. I'm happy being independent and being able to have my freedom to wear what I want, talk the way I want, do what I want. I don't have any bullshit. Because my life is shorter than most people. I just don't let people know. I don't put up with people's fake bullshit. It's like, you know, there's someone on Facebook that all they do every day is, oh, I need money, I need money, I need money. Well, why don't you stop fucking buying drugs and alcohol and fucking stop, you know, doing it on online pokies? And then when she says, fuck life, I hate my life, I want to end it. Why don't you fucking do it? Stop fucking saying it, just fucking do it. You clearly don't have decent friends, and the guys that are on your Facebook only want you for one thing. And I don't know why they would want you for that, because you're not that attractive either. You look like a druggy skank that fucking needs, you know, rehab would be the word. The fact that some people just, you know, I think TikTok's the worst for it, because there's a lot of scammers on TikTok. But the moment someone on TikTok or Facebook suddenly messages you out of the blue saying, hi, how are you? Bull fucking shit. Don't play that bullshit with me. And if you look at their profile, the first thing you'll see is there an example? There's someone on TikTok that recently, I said, I'm not interested in what you're trying to sell. Oh, where you from? Fuck bullshit. If it's not TikTok, it's fucking Facebook, Instagram. You know where to find these. And if you look at your outbox in Facebook, you like, you know, those messages that are possibly scammers, you'll have a lot of them. Like, you're entered in chat rooms, live chat, and girls live, and all this stuff. I never even signed up to any of that bullshit. But apparently you get added to all these rooms and stuff like that, and you just block them. I said in a video maybe 1 or 2 years ago, I'm at the pinnacle of the mountain. I'm at the highest point. There's people that are below me that have got to come up to my level and show me that they're worth being my friend, relationship. Because I tell you something, at the end of the day, I don't need somebody to make me happy, because nobody on this earth can make me happy. It don't matter if I win cross lotto. It doesn't matter if I fucking, I am towards the end of my life, and I accept that. I've accepted I've lived half my life. I don't think I'll be around it for another 10 years. Like I said before, while my parents are still here, I'm here. And like I said, my dog, my oldest one's only got probably 1 year left in him. And that's going to hurt. But he's had a good life. But for me personally, with the way the world is right now, I don't give a fuck if I die tomorrow. I've been miserable for a very long time. My fiance knew it. She knows that, I hate waking up with pain every day. Whether it's my gut, whether it's my blood. I surprisingly not in pain right now. I'm glad that for my age I look good. That's the surprising part. I get told that a lot recently, from the nurses at the hospital to the bartenders. I get really told that, you don't look your age. I fucking look great for my age. One of my exes this year tried to fatten me up. And I fucking hated that. And I got rid of that piece of shit. Not because of that, the fact that she cheated on me. But there's a video on here about that anyway, isn't there? I'm one to honestly tell the truth and be open about things. I've had some bad exes. Ones that have ran off with family members. I've had exes that have just treated me like shit and been vile. But I've only had really one ex that stayed with me for 6 years and was an absolute beautiful princess. And there's no one that compares to her. There hasn't been anyone since. I wish her nothing but the best in life, and I wish her nothing but happiness. But the thing if I was to give her advice, I would say, stand on your own 2 feet. Do what you want to do in life. Don't let people tell you what to do. Because she's got a lot of intelligence in her. And I think she's smarter than what she realizes, but her family doesn't treat her like that. I considered her like a... And I said this when I first met her, I thought she was like puppet on her strings, and I cut those strings. The amount of freedom she got with me was unbelievable. She could do what she wanted. She travelled. And I feel like, it's been a few years. And no motherfucker compares to her. I'm sorry, but I have to be honest. There is no girl right now that I would say would be good for me in a relationship here where I live. Because most of the people here are single mothers that just want a handout. They're single mothers that are druggies. Nothing on my Facebook would show me that anyone is worth it of dating me. I know what I want in life. It's not about what somebody wears or what someone does for me. I want to see something that no other girl can do. And I don't believe that there's one person on my Facebook that I'd give a chance for a relationship with. And that's cool, because there is no one that has said to me recently, I'll be in a relationship with you that's decent. No one said it. Because people are selfish. People are really selfish in life. They want things handed to them for free and given to them, but they don't want to earn it. See, I have a person on my Facebook that has a partner but still sends me photos of her, and I'm fucking happy about that. Don't get me wrong. Free pics at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? Even if she has a partner, none of them drive, none of them work. They live an hour apart from each other. They barely see each other, and if I could make that person feel beautiful, I will fucking do it. Would she date me? No. Would she hook up with me? No. But that's okay. Because, obviously, I must mean something to her for her to keep me on Facebook. There was a chick that I hooked up with after a Youngblood concert. She wasn't at the concert, just afterwards. And she had to be the most bizarrest chick I've seen all year. When literally I came for a hug and a kiss and a cuddle, and I got her sitting on the floor within 10 minutes, butt naked, just sitting there naked on the floor. I was very shocked. I didn't know how to deal with the situation. I was just like, this isn't normal. Don't get me wrong, I'm all cool with hooking up and stuff, but when you're on something or something didn't seem right and she had voices in her head she was hearing, I'm like, no, that's not cool. That was the most awkwardest moment I've had this year where, like, literally, butt naked. I saw everything. And the thing that upset me more was not the naked part, it was the fact that the bruises on her, like the scars and the self-inflicted wounds, that broke my heart. Knowing that someone's in that much pain and that suffering that person suffered and doesn't think she's probably good enough for any decent bloke, that's really sad. And I compare myself to her. I may not have the scars, but I'm no different. I sometimes feel like I'm not good enough for anyone decent. So that's why I relate to her. And like I said, you know, I'm always going to be there for the people that I care about. But some people are just so... their walls are too far up to a point where it's like, you don't need your walls up with me. Like, if I have the decency to lower my walls down for you and tell you how I feel about you, then you should be doing the same. It's only a respectful thing to do. Let me tell you something. I may not be the most popular guy in the world. Alright. Most of the time I go to poker, I'm very popular. I call the Friday night venue that I play at my venue because I've been top 2 for a year. I get along with all the staff at the place there, and I get along with most people there. Some shake my hand, some give me a hug, and it's good. Not so much the first game of this season there. I didn't get off to a good start, but it's like going into work, for example. I'm very liked at work, and I feel that I've earned my place there. But when people try to jeopardize your work and your job, that's a different story. When I've done nothing to deserve that. When I bust my ass for 15 years in retail, and to be where I am right now, I swear I need better than that. I need a position where my parents would be proud of me. And I can't say that right now. And it angers me because I've got so much fucking talent and so much experience. I have Retail Certificate 3. I could run a whole department store right now, and I'm stuck doing trolleys sometimes. I do a bit of filling lately, and a few weeks ago I even got to, for a 30 minutes run night, Phil. I'm better than this. Don't get me wrong, I have another job now. Another 2 jobs. One working from home, delivering firewood with my father, and another job that I hustle on the side that I can't discuss on here. But at the end of the day, I would want more to life than just that. And I'll tell you something. Despite what one of the bitches on Facebook said to me, I don't talk to every female the same. See, the story behind her is, we started talking... Surprisingly, I've got a message from... Wish I didn't read that message. That's sad. And like I've said in this video, people are struggling on an everyday basis, and they're afraid to come out and say they need help. Some people have lost their parents. Some people have lost their kids. Some people just don't have anybody. Like I said, that chick that was naked on the... You know, that was a moment where I looked at her and went, you know, that could be me one day. So people would say, well, where would you be without your parents if they weren't here? Number one, I'd lock the gate, which means no one can get in. And I would end like... I'd be kind of like a Bruce Wayne. You know how his parents died when he was young, and he had to be, well, difference between me and Bruce Wayne is he was a multi-millionaire and Alfred looked after him. But I would go into a darker spot to a point where you wouldn't know if I'm here or not. I would fall off the face of the earth. No Facebook, no YouTube, no nothing. I wouldn't be alive, to be fair. I'm not dealing with a lot of things in life because like I said, I suffer from chronic pain in my stomach and my bladder to a point where, it's hard to even walk. And I hate that factor. I hate the fact that even the one person that I did love in my life, my fiance of 6 years, I couldn't love that person again. Because that person does not exist anymore. Love is a very strong word, and I think that we throw that out too much. What am I behind the scenes? Who's Andre behind the scenes? Video games? Wrestling? Bullet Club? I'm just a guy that, I say I struggle with money, yeah? Do I look like I struggle? Because I don't. I have bills. Don't get me wrong, I have massive bills right now. I have a $130,000 loan that I've got to pay off. Because, I was short of buying my second house. Alright? I did my tax recently and owe the government $15,000. Right? So that's $135,000, yeah? All up. No, sorry, $145,000. Alright. Considering the amount of work I get a week, do you think $145,000 is something I can afford? No. That money there, that will go on bills. That will go on fucking, a lot of things. The only good thing is the $15,000 that I have to pay, the first bit, I can pay half of that off this year. But that's it. I still have the loan of the loan's $126,000. That's a lot. That's a lot for someone that, doesn't have like a good job that can, And that's why I say to people, I hate when people ask me for money. Because I've got bills. I pay for TNA wrestling streaming service, and that's whatever that is. Yeah, I don't even fucking know. I pay for Foxtel. I pay for HBO Max. I pay for Paramount. I pay for one of them. I pay for 2 phone bills a month. Yeah, I pay for 2 phone bills. I was recently paying, apparently, wait for this. This will shock you. So the first house I sold last year, I was still paying for a whole year up until now 2 sets of home insurances for that house. When I said cancel them, well, those 2 home insurance companies didn't cancel it, so they've been ripping me off for a whole year. So I've got to somehow chase all that money back. Yeah. So I got ripped off. But don't worry, they have agreed to pay me back. I have to send some forms in and they'll pay me back. Like I said, at the end of the day, you try to put yourself in my shoes, knowing that life is too short. I could win the Cross Lotto, as I've said in this vid. Doesn't make me happy. I could win poker. It doesn't make me happy. Maybe the one thing that is missing in my life that will keep me going after my parents is not here is maybe having a wife and kid. Having my own kids may keep me alive because it'd give me a purpose to keep going. But would I say right now I'm ready to be a father? No. And I'll tell you why. I'm not fine mentally. I'm not ashamed to admit that. My depression is very bad. Anger-wise, I've really got nothing to be angry about. I'm not angry with my ex running off with a family member. I'm not. Because he's getting what he deserves right now. They both are. I'm not angry the way I got treated by one of my exes this year and all the bullshit that happened last year, because I'm not. There is no anger in me because there's no need to be angry. I'm disappointed in some people and the way they act, but I'm not angry. Why be angry? We live in a place right now where the world's a bad place. And it's not because of Trump or Putin, Kim Jong-il. Hey, look, Epstein stuff coming out too. Even if you erase all those people, all those really bad dictators and people, we're still in a bad place. Because of people still trying to rip people off. People are so selfish, they only care about themselves. And they don't want to earn things in life. They want to keep just doing the drugs and ruining their life and ruining other people's lives. There's someone, I would say here in Adelaide, that is on my Facebook, and we just started talking recently. She's got a full-time job. She has a license. And she has, you know, I haven't talked to her for a while. But she's really nice. And I think that women should be like her. And there was another one that doesn't have kids. She has a good job. She has had a very bad past with drugs and all that kind of stuff. And even she has gotten her shit together. I think finding the right person can actually change the way you are. It can get you off the drugs. It can get you off the marijuana. It can get you off something. Being with someone that doesn't do any of that shit, because I don't do drugs. I don't smoke. I barely drink. I would be good for someone that needs someone like that in their life. I am romantic. I'm good in bed. If you don't believe me, check out how many hours I've done on a recent game that I've been playing. Just saying. But at the end of the day, I do admit that I live a bit more comfortable than most people, because I do live with my parents. But like I said, even if they weren't around, could I financially keep going? Yes, but I wouldn't want to go. I'll tell you straight out, I wouldn't. I said, like, this house would go to shits. I'll be honest. The gardening wouldn't be done because I don't know anything about that shit. So there would be like grass up to basically head high after a year. Everything would be broken, and yeah, it'd be like an abandoned mansion basically. The only thing that would even be clean would be the house itself. If I have electricity and water. Like literally, that would be... Everything would just go to the shits because I couldn't do it all by myself. So I would say that, yes, the outside would be bad, but the inside at least would be clean. I guess that's the one thing that I would say, that even if I don't have running water or electricity, the house would still be clean. There would be no rubbish. At the end of the day, there would be no smell. There'd be a smell of me. I suppose for power wise, I just use the solar power. So I guess I could live off that. As for food, I barely eat anyway. Medication I wouldn't really give a shit about because I'd go anyway in my sleep. And I guess maybe family members would probably move in. I don't know. I don't fucking know. I just know that life is short. And if you have someone in your life that you appreciate and you care about and you love, whether it's a friend, a family member, you make an effort now. If you are a friend of mine and you love or care about me and you're too stuck up to lower your guard down, then you obviously don't care about me enough to say it, because I would tell you right now, this would be probably the good time to do it. Because if you don't do it now, then yeah, like I said, what are you at the end of the day? You want to be a good friend, I would suggest do something now. Because I'm being straight out honest. I don't have much time left in me. And it's about time my friends start actually doing stuff to prove that their friendship. I had one friend, and don't worry, I'm not going to embarrass you, did something for me the other day that was just absolutely amazing to a point where it meant a lot to me. Like, she's been a friend for a very long time. She didn't have to do what she did, but she did. And she's been a good friend for a very long time. And I said to her, like, you know, I wouldn't, like, she's one person that unfortunately doesn't live here. She lives an hour or 2 hours away, and I think she's really beautiful. Don't get me wrong, she's absolutely beautiful. But she would never give me the time of day. I know this because she's not a lovey-dovey person, and I know that there would be no way in hell she would have a relationship with me or do anything with me. But just having her in my life means a lot. Like, I'm not gonna lie, it does mean a lot to me having her. To be fair, like, I wouldn't even know what I'd do if she even asked me out. I would be shitting myself, I know that. How would it work? I don't know. To be fair, I've asked myself that question if it would work, but there's no reason why it shouldn't work. I guess, you know, the distance is one thing, but as long as that we see each other once a week, twice a week even, you know, I stay over. I think the sex would be amazing, to be fair. I would be very happy with that part, but the other part would be just she would at least know that she's got someone that actually respects her and cares about her. She knows that. Like, she knows what I am. But anyways, I'm going to go. I'm going to watch the rest of the show, and I'm going to hop into bed because I'm freezing my little titties off here. And the reason why it's so dark in here, it's not actually that dark, to be fair. I'll show you. I can't show you because just in case YouTube take my video down because I've got the wrestling on, copyright infringement law. I've legit got my TV on and my aircon on and a candle on. I've just got the angle on this because, yeah, no one needs to see the rest of my room. But yeah, I thought I would come out and say this vid. I'm Andre, and I approve of this message. And before I go, I do want to say something. Listen here, and you know who you are watching this video. You think you can break me? You can't break something that's already broken. You think you're better than me? You think I'm not good enough for you? Fuck you. At the end of the day, I don't have kids. I don't pretend to be someone I'm not. I'm not a fat lying bitch that fucking can't get her shit together. I'm not some skinny little 19-year-old that thinks she's top shit. I'm not someone that is dwelling on exes, wishing they could be with me because I don't have any fucking feelings for any of yous. The only person that I actually had given a shit about was my ex-fiancée of 6 years. But that's history. I've moved on from that. I live in a life where I'm better than you. I'm better than most of yous on my Facebook. I'm better than every single male on my Facebook. I can 100% say that. I'm better than 95% of the women on my Facebook. And at the end of the day, I'm not good enough for any of yous. Go fuck yourself. Because at the end of the day, if you knew who I really was behind the scenes, you would be in a relationship with me. You would be married to me. You would have the kids. Because I'm better than what you think I am. I come on Facebook and YouTube because I want to vent about all the sick people that there are. The bad mothers, the bad druggies. I have actually a drama-free life at the end of the day. And the reason why I don't have grey hair, I don't have grey hair. Don't really have hair on my chest either. The reason why I look good for my age is because I don't have drama in my life. When I have stupid exes like you've seen in the 9 Deadly Sins video, I don't need that. And I have an ex right now that's on my Facebook. Yeah, I do. The one from last year. That also cheated on me. But I forgave her. She made a mistake and she knows the mistake she made. At the end of the day, I'm better than most. I've lived a good life. And I'm happy. Nothing at this point in time can make me happy. Except when Essendon won this week. 17 losses in a row and we finally won one. I tipped them, by the way. I did tip my team to win. People say, oh, you're not a true Essendon supporter. Yeah. Fuck yous. And like I said, I'm getting sick and tired of people doubting who my teams are. For nearly a year, my team was losing every fucking week. 17 losses in a row. And I still watched every single match. And believe me, I watched every single match where we got humiliated. And you know what? I never turned my back on them. See, people go, who are your AFL teams? Aussie Rules Football. It's Essendon and the Giants. It's always been. I've been a Giants fan from day one. And people say, you can't support two teams. Because the Essendon coach, right, that is like a god to me and he's like my idol. He just started up the Giants. And I said to myself, wherever he goes, I will follow. And they've been my teams all my life. As for Italian football, I'm a big Juventus fan. And Fiorentina. You may say, why those particular teams? Because growing up, I used to watch Italian soccer, right? Dad's a Napoli fan. But for me, watching the Italian team had all the Juventus players in it. And that's why I'm a Juventus fan. I will even go you one better. I am a Juventus fan. Alright? Always have been, always will be. Fiorentina. Because a lot of my favourite players came from Fiorentina to be at Juventus. And Juventus players go to Fiorentina now. And David Astori, the Fiorentina captain, died in his sleep. He was someone that was a very good person. He had a wife and a newborn, amazing health, and he died in his sleep in his 30s. He didn't know that he wasn't going to wake up the next day. It was just sudden overnight. He was supposed to wake up and his teammates didn't hear from him and they went to check on him. Yeah, he was passed away. And he was younger than me. So you see, we don't know when we go to sleep if we're going to wake up. I wouldn't care if I didn't wake up personally, but there are some people that say, oh, but I love and care about you, well then show it. You know, it takes 5 minutes in a 24-hour day to show someone how you feel about them, and if you can't fucking do that, it's like the one person that was in a relationship with me this year. She lived literally up the road, 10 minutes up the road, and no good nights, no I love yous. Just I would get maybe a sentence, maybe 2 sentences in the whole span of a 24-hour day. And then for like even some days, 48 hours, no word from her. And you're saying that's how a relationship's supposed to be when you don't even hear from your partner that lives 10 minutes up the road and goes to bed at fucking 8 o'clock at night? You don't even fucking work. You don't even drive. You don't do fuck all. Oh my god. Like, I'm sorry, but that's fucked up. Anyways, thank you for watching this vid. Probably will get in trouble for it, but I don't give a fuck. This isn't the first or last time I'm going to do this vid. So check the 4 corner of your screen and I'll talk to you all soon.